This video is going to be me complaining, so if you don't care, then click off of it. But it's about everybody's driving. So, can we please stop texting and driving? Because not this morning, thankfully, but the morning before, Thursday and Wednesday, 2 times, 2 separate days, somebody has almost run into me, and when I looked over at them, they were texting and driving. And I was like, are you kidding me? You almost killed me. Okay, so now I have like this traumatized way of driving where I'm pulling all the way to the left and I'm compensating for your shitty driving. So can we just stop that, please? That's part 1. Number 2, can we pull up closer to either people or the stop line or the lights line, because the lights don't go off if you're a certain distance away. So one time I was stuck in a line of cars at a stoplight waiting for the light to turn green, and you know what happened? For a good 3 minutes it did not turn green. Every single other light around us turned green. So I had to pull out of that line, go up next to the very first person in line and say, you need to pull up because you're not on the sensor. Not only that, but when we're in line at Dunkin' Donuts, when we're in line at McDonald's, when we're in line anywhere, people are this far apart. Why? Even this far. Get this close. That's part 2. This leads me into part 3, which is, you're not the only driver on the road, okay? So when you're far away from somebody else in front of you, that means that I have to compensate for your gap, and I have to get closer to you, so there's not a line of cars going out into the street at a drive-thru, or there's not a line of cars in somebody else's way, in between an intersection. I have to compensate. I'm tired of it. Knock it off. You're not the only person on the road. Which leads me into part 4. You're not the only person on the road, right? So when you're in the fast lane and you're going 55, 60, 65, and I want to go 70 to 80, and I'm behind you and I'm trying to get around you, I'm not the bad guy here. The fast lane is a passing lane. It's not a travel lane. So now I understand you want to go faster than the right lane. Well, if I'm behind you and I want to go faster than you, you can just move over and then you can move right back. It's not hard. And people genuinely could have a good reason for being on your ass. They could have to go to the bathroom. We've all been there, where we're like, oh my God, I really gotta go. I'm gonna go right now in my car, or I gotta get to a bathroom. And because you're going slow, you're preventing that. There could be an emergency. You don't know. Part 4 continued. There could be an emergency, like I said. There could also just be somebody wanting to just get home. Maybe they had a bad day at work. Maybe they're late for work. And you, being in the fast lane, going slow, is just holding them up. So don't get mad at me when I'm running late for work, because I'm a human and it happens, and you're going slow and I go around you. Don't try to speed up when I'm trying to speed around you. Just let me go. I'm not going to be an asshole. Just let me go. It's not hard. You're not the only person on the road. You're not the only person that has stuff to do. Stop acting like you are. I'm tired of it. Part 5. Can we please start using our blinkers? Because when you're going fast and all of a sudden you slam on your brakes and then just whip into a turn and I don't know what the hell just happened, I don't like it. It's nice to have a warning that we're going to be slowing down soon. Because if I have to jam on my brakes for you, I'm going to be really upset. It's not hard to use your blinker. It's that little lever right on the left side. Boop. That's it. Part 6. Stop jamming on your brakes. Don't do that. When there's a cop up ahead and I'm on the highway and I'm bombing at 80, we don't have to slam on our brakes and go 30. We can come to a gentle stop and go 60, maybe 45. We don't have to do any slower than that. And get over from the right lane into the left lane. If we're on the road, we don't have to jam on our brakes from doing 40 to doing 10. Okay? We just have to safely go by them. Stop jamming on your brakes. Which leads me into, whenever the sun is in your eyes, stop jamming on your brakes. Because all of a sudden, I'll be driving, you're driving, we're maintaining a nice speed. Oh, you see the sun, I'm gonna slam into you. That's stupid. Stop doing that. That's insane. And then, what else? When somebody is ass packing you, don't slam on your brakes. Go back to part 4 and rewatch. There's probably a reason they're ass packing you. Just move out of the way. Even on the road, and I love the people that do this. When I'm on a road, there have been people that have genuinely pulled over just to let me pass. And you know what? Some of those times, there was an emergency where I genuinely needed to get around them. And they just let me pass. And I was like, I love you. Come over to my house and let's eat cake together. And I've done that for people because I don't know what people are going through. And you know what? Even if they want to just get home, okay, here you go. Here's an open passing zone. When you see somebody slow down in front of you, stop jamming on your brakes. Don't smash your brakes is what I'm saying. There's no reason for it. Slowly press, which leads me to part 8. Stop. And I coined this term, foot fucking your brakes, which means when you're going down a hill, when you're going a little too fast, you have your foot on the brakes, but it's just gently booping it. And what happens is I see your brake lights every 2 seconds. There was one time where I actually counted somebody doing it, and within 10 seconds, they did it 20 times. And I was like, are you kidding me? That's not necessary. That sends me mixed signals like, oh, are you going to slam on your brakes? Are you slowing down? What's going on? So then I, in turn, put on my brakes, and I don't need to. I don't need to waste all that brake fluid. That's on you. Stop doing that. Basically, look at the sun. All in all of these things mixed together, you guys are going to cause an accident, and you don't want that. Stop slamming on your brakes. Stop texting and driving. Use your blinker. Stop slamming on your brakes and get out of the way. It's not that hard. Oh, and mind the gap. It's not that hard. I do it all the time. I have never had anybody bitch about my driving. That's a lie. But I also am very conscious of what's going on around me. And I'm constantly paying attention. For the most part, there are some days when I'm like, da-da-da-da-da. But I do that because I just want to make the road a place of respect. I respect you, I'll get out of your way, respect me, and get out of my way. And I love the people. Shout out to the people who are in the fast lane that get out of my way.